the Chiefs being, dead, do you think the Las Vegas football Richies are going to be able to rally and keep that going and win the AFC West?
Bisaccia.
Hell yeah.
I still got the Chargers in that division. I still got them. I love Staley. And to see Derek Carr bounce back, this back-to-back, he came out of the gates with an MVP, pace. Fell off for a couple weeks. They dealt with the John Gruden thing, went out there and balled it for another week without Darren Waller. Put up, I think he was 31 for 34 yesterday. Bisaccia, he's leading the guys, but who knows when they get into some rough patches against better teams. I got the Chargers winning that division. I don't think they can go out there and really make a run for it this year. But, Derek Carr, he's been proving some people wrong so far, so maybe he'll do me the same.
So you're saying Chiefs are dead? Chiefs are completely dead is what you're saying?
Chiefs still got a chance. They still got a chance to sneak into that 7th spot. That 7th spot still, I think the Chiefs can sneak in there, the Colts. Patriots, nah. I can't give the Patriots.
Hey, 54 points. They hung 54 on the Jets yesterday, D, but 54 points.
Mac Jones is a guy for the future. He's looking like the best rookie quarterback right now, but I don't see that team making a run in the playoffs right now. I would see the Steelers getting in the playoffs this year before the Patriots.
For those that are wondering about how awesome football Richie Bisaccia is and how he's completely turned that team around, look at the game after the first email leak, before the full email leak and the resignation. Watch that game and then watch the last 2 weeks of what the Raiders have looked like with Bisaccia at the helm. That team is flying. And there's actually a social media video of Paisan Rich running off the field, screaming at the camera. And all he could talk about is how much energy and flying around the team had after that long trip back home. I love what he's putting down out there.
Raiders, they are going all the way to the superb Owl Party. Ooh. All right? As well as, major shout out to Mitt in the back. Everyone calling in, be nice to Mitt. He knows what he's doing. Don't be a stooge.
Wow, I don't know about that, Lawrence. You were going so well, and then you had to do that. Please do be nice to Mitt because he is. But I don't know if everything he's doing is right. Mitt does things his own way. He's a fucking outlaw, and we appreciate him for that. The Raiders, though, those fans, they should be excited. Derek Carr, hell of a football player. Hell of a football player. He's got 100-something million in contracts. He's been able to prove it. Has he been able to go and win? I'm not 100% sure. He's come out in defense of John Gruden, hates the sin, loves the man. The team seems to be rallying around football Richie. That's a fascinating situation out there in Las Vegas because I think Rappaport told us that it's not normally that good of an outcome for the interim coach to get the job, but sportsbooks have football Richie Bisaccia as one of the favorites to get the gig. If they win, they won't be able to do anything else. Don't you think, AJ?
Yeah, it seems like there would be no other, the only answer would be to hire old football Richie. But does someone like Freddie Kitchens and what happened to him in Cleveland, does that make him weary of hiring an interim guy? Like, Freddie all of a sudden was the man. Everyone loved him. He became head coach, and then it seems like everything instantly went downhill.
Now, listen, you did choose to just bury Freddie Kitchens right there.
No, I'm saying I like Freddie Kitchens. For whatever reason, as a head coach, it didn't work out.
Rightfully so.
I saw Freddie Kitchens play catch with Stone Cold Steve Austin in that straight up Steve Austin
That's
show.
right.
It was awesome. Freddie Kitchens seems like a great guy. They talked about him being a great guy, but I don't think Freddie Kitchens is the only interim head coach that has gone on to fail as actual head coach. I think,
of course not.
I think there's a long list of those types of situations where you're thrusted into it. Then people feel like, I wanted to get Darius Butler's take on B-Flow because he knew him as an assistant D-backs coach. He said his rookie year, sometimes power can change somebody a bit, and that changes. That's how the interim head coach situation maybe evolves into a bad situation because everybody has seen you as an assistant coach. Now we're seeing you as a head coach. If you change at all, it's tough to kind of keep the boys around you, I think, because they sense a little bit of a fraudulent situation. Richie seems to be being himself, seems to be doing his thing, seems to be loved. I hope it works out for him. I hope it works out for the Raiders, but they are in a tough division over there.
Van Noy said, and granted this is after he got cut, but he did say Coach B-Flow as a linebackers coach was much different than B-Flow as the head coach.
Which I think a lot of people are potentially saying down there in Miami, heavy is the head that wears the crown. It might change you a bit, though, whenever you become the head guy and have more responsibility. What were you going to say, Tone?
And Bisaccia is a man of respect. He knows that respect over everything, so he's not going to change.
Hey, Ian, how's your family, huh? Ian said the first time I met him, he came up and I said, how's your family? He asked me how my family. Yeah. That is the most Italian thing of all time. That is an awesome, electrifying thing. And I think Richie Bisaccia has a real chance. They're going to have to win some games. They're going to figure out who's their quarterback of the future. Are they going to lock down Derek Carr? Is the Davis family going to win their battle against the IRS behind the scenes? There's a lot to go on in Las Vegas.